right. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. Good morning. It's dark. It's about 6 a.m. Stars are out, which is incredible. Incredible. So, but yeah, it's Tuesday. I have a very busy day today because Tuesday's a busy day. So, I had to get out and do my walk today. I guess I'll keep calling this COVID Diaries. I keep with the theme anyway at this point. So, yeah. Thoughts. I want to talk about thoughts for just a moment while I walk. So, I think it's kind of cool that you really can't see me because then you're going to be able to just tap into my voice, which sound, right? So, interesting, the five senses. So, but anyway, I want to talk about thought because even though we as human beings, we think about our five senses, our taste, touch, smell, sights, and sounds, right? And then most of us do believe that we have like a sixth sense or a parasympathetic nervous system is really what we call it. So, but anyway, that, my friends, is what I would call thoughts, okay? So, as I take you all on my journeys when I do my self-care practices, you know, doing these videos and all of this documentation on our social media all these years about, you know, energy and how we deal with our emotions and our pain bodies. Like, all of a sudden it's led up to this time and space, right? So here we are. We are in the year 2020 and it has been the most craziest year of my life. Is that a actual sentence? I think it is. So who agrees? Raise your paw. So, but our thoughts matter too. And so here we are, and we're getting into the fall season, right? So we're getting into fall, it's going into autumn, and the kids are getting back to school, and it's completely different because they're not socially, active. They're sitting at their computers, their desks. There's such an anxiety in our world right now, correct? Nod your head. So, but thoughts also have a big part in that. And so I think the lesson that I've learned right now in this 2020 pandemic is that our thoughts can bring us joy, pain, happiness, emotional disturbance. And the reason why the thoughts get out of whack is because our five senses are picking up on other stuff, right? So I'm going to go for a moment in my Steinerian mind to the trait of sight, right? So right now I'm looking up, I'm seeing these stars. They're beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I know that, we can reach them, right? Because NASA says we can, or at least we're told. But thoughts, I'm looking at the stars and I'm thinking about that, and then I'm relaying that to you in the form of communication, right? So telling you what I see. So yesterday I see a traumatic thing, and I don't even have to go into what that thing is because it could be anything, right? So let's depersonalize this video for a minute. So I see a thing, and it's something that is pretty much the most painful experience of my life, okay? So let's get into my truth. It's painful, but I look at the situation because I'm visualizing, right? I'm looking at the situation I'm in, and I realize I have to just stay still inside, right? So there's no crying, there's no energy to like manipulate and control the situation because it's something that's out of my hands, right? So I see this situation, I deal with it, and then I move on. Now, this is a situation in my life that has been a painful experience. Think maternal instincts. So just think maternal, right? So, but I see this through a mirror. I am watching my journey unfold. And as a yoga teacher and as a Reiki master, when we allow our thoughts to pass through us, we stay present, we stay in the moment, and we realize that every other human being on this planet has their own soul bucket. We'll call it a soul bucket, right? Your seat, your body. We're in our soul buckets, y'all. And because 2020 has been such a painfully rude awakening for some, for others, it has been an enriching enlightenment. Now, what have I learned from said COVID? Well, I can do more with less, and that I'm probably not going to go hungry at this time. So, now we go into a Great Depression, then, all of us, all of us will have some things to consider, correct? So the richest of the rich, the poorest of the poor, if we went into a Great Depression, y'all, imagine what that would look like. Use your parasympathetic nervous system and just use your imagination. Now, take it out of your head, because that was a thought I put in your mind. Oh, we're not hungry. And so when we deal with social anxiety and we see things like on the streets, we see homeless people, we see poverty, we see drug addiction, we see all of that. If you don't come down here in my neighborhood, I'll show it to you. I can probably pick one off right now, right? Yeah, I'm being funny, y'all. But seriously, what we see impacts our thoughts, and our body will absorb that as energy. We'll hold it. Fear, anxiety, stress, misunderstandings of our personal responsibility to be us, to show up in life and say, we have to make our own choices, personal responsibility. And so when I left my career in 2013 and I saw the trends and the costs and the reasons why people were sick, I had to make a change in my own life because I was going down the same rabbit hole. Absolutely. Going home after work, drinking down a bottle of red wine, you betcha, with some cheese. Delish, right? So, but it hurt my body, and it hurt my mind and my spirit, and it didn't give me the fuel and the energy that I needed to show up the next day for my employer at the time, and that was a lot of energy for me, a lot. So here we are in 2020, and as a body worker, as a medical intuitive, that's just what I'm going to call myself here, a medical intuitive, I see the patterns of sickness and disease on people's body. That's what makes me such a good massage therapist. And when we are dealing with biological, biochemical warfare, say as a virus, we have to deal, right? But remember, people, we also have access to the greatest amount of communication that any being has known since the Egyptians. So where I'm going with this is our thoughts matter. And when I woke up today, and I bounced like Tigger on this dark moon out of the bed and said, get your butt out there and walk and talk, Holly, and tell people what you see from a spiritual standpoint. Because the other day I was introduced to a term called ascension symptoms. Look it up. Google it. I have posted about it in one of my private Facebook groups. But guys, if we can adopt a mentality that our thoughts truly matter, and even though we are said roles, moms, daughters, wives, children, teachers, we put all this identity on our massage therapists, we put all this identity on ourselves, but we fail to realize that the beauty is the fact that our thoughts are what are creating most of the pain. And when the body starts to get sick and it aches and it reproduces toxic cells, that trigger of reproducing toxic cells is just going to keep on happening, and our bodies will attack itself. That, my friends, is autoimmune disorder. It's a disorganization of the brain. So thoughts matter. And I am only 9 minutes into this video. Good. But I want to share that with you all today because I'm excited. I know that I've gone through a lot of stuff in my world, and I've shared 90% of it publicly in my circles for a reason. One, because Spirit said do it. And I said, why? God said, trust me. I said, okay. But there's more to medicine than just a pill, y'all. Now, if I come up missing, y'all know why. But that's fine. But I've got some data I'm doing research on right now. Factual data from like 2011 and beyond. It's incredible, y'all, what you learn if you'll read. So, this is Tuesday. I'm against no one who is, not against me, I guess I should say. And so, the biggest piece of advice I could give you as a human being, the biggest rule of thumb, something I think Jesus would have said, just harm none. So I love you all. Find a space for yourself today. Go listen to this video. Come back to it. Put it on. Close your eyes and hear what I have to say about thoughts. And then take a deep breath in and an exhale. And realize your thoughts are energy. So, I love you guys. This is Tuesday. It is August the 18th. If you would like to inquire on how to do Reiki, learn Reiki, yoga, massage, if you need some help, and I use that word loosely, if you need some assistance, guidance, if I could be of service to you, reach out to me and schedule an appointment in office or online. But yeah, I'm booking out now into September and October, which is a blessing. But it's time to shift things, y'all. So just be watching out for good stuff, because that's what I'm doing in the world. So love you. Be at peace. We'll see you later. Remember to live the dream. Bye.